Hi boys and girls, today we're going to work on drawing our final Alebrije. Here's an example of a final project. So it's been drawn and then colored. So to start the final drawing, I'm going to do an owl. So I have pictures here of some owls that I'm going to look at as I draw. And then I also have a blank piece of paper and a ruler to help me draw my border. So I'm going to start by drawing my border. To draw the border, I'm going to use the ruler as a guideline to determine the width of my border. So I'm going to line up the ruler with the edge of the paper like that. You can see that it's lined up. I'm right-handed, so I hold my ruler with my left hand and I make an L shape, spread my fingers out, press down, and then I will just take my pencil and draw from the top of the paper all the way to the bottom along the ruler. I'm going to do that on all four sides of my paper. Notice as I do this, I always keep my ruler on the left-hand side so that I can see where I'm drawing my line with my pencil on the right-hand side. The next step is I'm going to think about my border. As we talked before in our plan, the four corners are going to be the same design, and then it's going to have the same design that goes all the way around on the long pieces. So I think maybe in a corner, again using my ruler to draw straight lines, I will divide this up into some triangles. So using geometric shapes, triangles, I'm then going to divide up my sides. I think I'm going to divide it up into squares. So if I look here, it's about 7 inches, so I could make a mark at each of those inch marks. Okay, and then I could rotate my paper and do the same. Again, I rotate my paper so that I can see the ruler and where I need to make the marks. And then hold the ruler to connect those marks. Yeah, I think I'll do some circles. So now that I have my border done all the way around, and it's geometric shapes, it's symmetrical, I'm going to now start to draw my animal in the area in the middle. I'm going to try to draw this owl, and I need to think about the size of the owl. My paper, my drawing would work better vertical, or what we might call profile, or portrait, rather than horizontal or landscape. So as I have my picture here, I'm going to go ahead and start drawing the owl, and I'll add the branch later. So I need to think about that the body shape of the owl is an oval. The head is another oval that is more horizontal than vertical. I'm going to draw fairly lightly, and then if I need to make things darker, I can come back and do that. The wings come down the side. Feet overlap the front of the body. Two rainbow shapes, and then kind of a W shape to connect them. Feet is in the middle. And it's rainbow shape with triangle at the bottom. And it's got two large circles for eyes. Fairly close to the top of the head. feel like the head needs to be a little bit taller, so I'll add some height to that. V shape. You can see how I use guidelines to kind of measure from side to side. I like that one better, so I'm going to redraw this one. And then once I get things arranged, I can come back and add details to them. Maybe even erase it lightly, and then when I come back I can add the details in a little bit darker. And then I can add the branch. I feel like these should be more pointed than round. So there I have my owl body shape drawn. And the next step that I want to do is I will want to think about my patterns that I'm going to add. I have a lot of sharp edges for feathers, so I think I'm going to continue with that and make a zigzag pattern for feathers across the body. And I want them to line up, so it might be easier to start not on the edge but here in the middle and think that that's where my high point is, so this would be a high point. And there I could be done with my patterns and my designs. And then the next step is going to be color.